Welcome back everyone, my name is LastKnownMeal and today I want to talk about a franchise that was a huge part of my childhood and actually started this channel. Today we're going to talk about Gothic. Now this topic was on my mind for so long and I finally got around to make it. So what went wrong with Gothic and are we ever going to see Gothic 4? Now why do I say what went wrong? Well, first off, it's regarding Arcania and how it was supposed to be Gothic 4, but then it got renamed and when it came out, the game itself was bad. It was nothing like the previous 3 games. When they actually announced it, I was so happy since I was waiting for a sequel for so long, but as soon as I heard it's going to have a different protagonist, it's going to be a different studio developing it, I became worried and sadly, I was right. When the game came out, it was a step back for the franchise. The mechanics were so flimsy and the overall experience was just bad. Even though the game itself was not the worst that I ever played, it's just not what a true fan would want. But the weakest thing for me was the story itself. It did have the nameless protagonist from the previous games, but since he became a king, he got corrupted and the overall story revolves around that. But even though it's a great idea, like on paper, it felt so weak in my opinion. Well, to be honest, first time that I noticed that the story was becoming weaker, it was when Gothic 3 The Forsaken Gods expansion was released. For the first time then, I didn't truly enjoy Gothic. The overall idea of the expansion was great, it was supposed to show you the aftermath of the main game, but in the end the execution was not that good. I kinda feel that it all went down after that, because we saw Arcania and that wasn't that good. Now you also need to keep in mind that Arcania, which has a capital A at the end for some reason, wasn't developed by Piranha Bytes, the original developers. It was developed by Spellbound Entertainment and Black Forest Games, and to be honest, no one can give you the atmosphere better than devs from Piranha Bytes, but you can't always get what you want, I suppose. I mean, yes, games do evolve in time. If you just look at Gothic 1 and Gothic 2, you will see the huge improvement in the gameplay itself. And after that, when Gothic 3 was released, it was revolutionary at the time, with huge world and new mechanics, and oh my god, that soundtrack was so goddamn good. And even though it had some problems at launch and some people didn't like the gameplay changes, it was still great and I loved it. But when it comes to Arcania, that change wasn't that good and it just evolved into something that wasn't enjoyable as the previous games. Now what about Gothic 4? If I do remember correctly, Piranha Bytes and Joe Wood got the rights for the game again, so are we going to see Gothic 4 in the near future? Well, sadly we won't, well not in any immediate future since Piranha Bytes is working on Alex, a new RPG that I made a video about, so if you want to see it, it's in the info down below. Maybe we are going to see Gothic 4 sometimes, but I really hope that the story itself could be reviewed since I don't want Arcania to happen again. But overall guys, if you never played Gothic then I strongly recommend that you do. It's an amazing RPG game and start from the first game since they're heavily connected and in order for you to understand it, you need to start from the beginning. And if you played Gothic and you want something fun, then I recommend Risen 1 and 2. 3 not so much, it has that Gothic vibe to it because it was made by the same developer, so it's great. So guys, that is all I have for today. Don't forget to tell me what you think about this down below and also like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to see more. This is LastKnownMeal signing out and stay classy everyone, bye bye.